everybody, it's Anna. Time for the Tuesday card and this week's tarot story. We start with the Tuesday card is our beginning of 3 major arcana cards. Major arcana cards are about big life lessons, so this week is full of potential. Today's card is the Justice card. So the Justice card depicts energetic balance. We've got this woman who's got a crown, so she's an authority figure, sitting in front of a curtain. When you see that in the tarot, it often suggests that there is mystery behind this person. This person's standing in front of mystery. She holds in her hand a sword in one hand, and on the other she's got the scales, indicating there's a balance point here. And I think of this card as kind of being, some people think of it as the karma card, the idea that whatever you're putting into the world is balanced by the universe's response. So if you're putting fear or anger into the world, then that's the response you're getting. If you're putting love, faith, and hope into the world, that's the response you're getting. So it's kind of like a shorthand version of the law of attraction. So what this card tells us is that the good thing about this card is it tells us that we can read the energy we're putting into the world based on the results we're getting, which is helpful because a lot of times the energy we put into the world is unconscious to us. A lot of energy is below the surface, or something we're sort of not engaging all the way, because a lot of our energy is being shifted around from coping mechanisms, usually from old wounds or old mindsets that are not working for us right now, and it's creating a particular pattern of energy. So you may not be aware of it as it's going out, but as it comes back to you, you can identify the patterns that show you something's misaligned within yourself. So it can be a really helpful lesson to understand. What's also helpful here is that you're in charge of your own energetic relationship with the universe, and that means you're not in charge of anybody else's relationship with the universe. It's not your job to straighten anybody out, to worry about their balance points, what they're putting, what they're receiving, what they're giving. Like, this is really a card that's about taking ownership of your particular human journey. And the reason I think that's helpful is yesterday's card was the 9 of Swords reversed. And we talked about how the mind's just about ready to move forward, to let go of an old paradigm, but it gets stuck, right? And when this card showed up, it suggested to me that we might be getting stuck on the mind might be getting stuck on the fear that if we move forward, others will be harmed. We're leaving others behind. We have to get them to move with us. There's a lot of, the mind likes to not move forward, for one thing, but also the mind can also develop mindsets that tell us we are responsible for other people and that we cannot move forward without them moving with us. So this card would tell us that's not how things work. If you keep stopping to get other people to move forward with you, well, for one thing, you can't do that. They're in charge of their own vibration. And part of being a spiritual being is honoring everybody's journey and allowing it, and honoring the fact that it's going to open the way it's supposed to open, and that people have their own opportunity to learn from this balance point. But also, the impact you make in the world is all about you owning your own work. And that's a radical choice. That means you can offer support and sympathy and compassion to others, but you are not responsible for their empowerment or disempowerment, or their experience of empowerment or disempowerment. You are really in charge of yours. And if you fail to claim your own power, you are not showing up in the world the way you're designed to show up. You are not fulfilling your responsibility to be your light in the world and your blessing point. And so if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to take this energetic balance seriously, then you're not showing up. And that means even though everybody's responsible for themselves, if you don't show up the way you can, you don't really know what's possible. When people are lit up and on fire and in passion in the world, they do help others find their own passion points. So the surest way to not be in your flow is to worry about somebody else, take responsibility for somebody else. The surest way to possibly and even likely help somebody else is by ignoring them when it comes to responsibility and focusing on yourself. And I think that's what this card reminds us. So it's an interesting lesson for today. I'll see you tomorrow for our next one. Bye.